Hi everyone, it's Owen here at Campkins. This is our Cambridge Photography Weekender, and today I'm going to talk to you about some of the equipment that I think would work well for outdoor photography, which is the theme of the Weekender. It's great that we're able to do this, especially as lockdown is easy and the shop will reopen on Monday. We're really looking forward to seeing people being able to get out and about with their camera equipment and taking lots of fantastic pictures that might be available to them, which they haven't been able to for a while. So outdoor photography could mean nature photography, landscapes, architecture, street, sports, astro. So plenty of options to try out your equipment. And when I think of trying out equipment, I tend to think that we need an SLR type body or a mirrorless camera, which might take the weight off. This is a Canon EOS 90D with the 18-135. But instantly I'm thinking that we will want to add, when I think of outdoor photography, the first type of photography that comes to me is nature photography. So I know we love taking pictures of our wildlife, and the wildlife has become more abundant, or braver maybe we might say, as we've been locked away. So there's a great opportunity to get out and about to do that. A little 70-300 is always a great starting lens to pick up on for telephoto work, so you can get closer to the nature without disturbing it. But if you want more powerful than the 300mm, we saw an excellent video from Sigma last night about 400mm, but this is the Sigma big fella. This is the 150-600 contemporary. Also comes in the sports mode as well. Generally for Canon and Nikon fits, but it is a big beast, so you've got to be prepared to carry that around with you. If you did want higher quality optics, then you can get a more 2.8 lens like this from, again, Sigma 70-200. Again, all the brands make their own 2.8 70-200. It's quite a key lens that a lot of top photographers would have. And when you've got higher quality optics like this, you'll find that you might not be able to get as close to the nature. You'll have to physically get closer to them. But what you can get away with is, because the higher quality image, you might be able to crop into the picture and get a better image of them by doing that, which you might not get away with either smaller sensors or lower quality products. Outdoor photography, again, can be, I've mentioned SLRs here, but bridge cameras are fantastic for getting close to nature. The Panasonic FZ82, for example, has a 60 times optical zoom, and also in that whole package, the camera would come with a wide angle and a macro lens. And you've got something like the Nikon P1000, which has over 100 times optical zoom. So do check out which piece of equipment would be best for you. Even, I almost dropped it there, but even little cameras like this, maybe make sure you have the wrist strap on so you don't drop it on the floor. But little cameras like this Panasonic TZ range, they have up to 30 times optical zooms built into them. This one here is actually the TZ100, so it actually has a smaller zoom. But like with we were talking about the 70-200, the sensor is larger, so the optics and the ability to record are at higher quality, so you can get away with, again, maybe cropping in more. As I said, outdoor photography doesn't just mean big lenses. I particularly like little prime lenses. This is a nifty 50 from Canon. Prime lenses are fantastic, so if you know what sort of focal range you're looking at, you can pick the lens that suits your needs the best, and then you've got the higher quality that a prime lens can provide. The best way of finding out which prime lens would suit you best is probably to use your zoom lens and see what sort of focal range you take a lot of your pictures at. And if it's, for example, 50mm, then look at what range of 50mm lenses. If it's wider than that or more powerful, again, have a look at what prime lenses are available in that range. And a prime lens means that you're basically the zoom at that point, so you can either walk forward or walk back to get the picture framed as you would like. Macro lenses have been selling really well over the last year as we look at what photography we can do in lockdown. This here is a Sigma 70mm 2.8. But what I love about macro is you can use them as a high quality portrait lens, but also there's so much macro photography we can do outside. So if you have purchased one of these in the last year, get out and about with one. I love insect picture, flower pictures. I really like cobwebs of dew and maybe even the spider in there as well. So see what you can get out and about with your macro lens and see if there's the right picture for you. And finally, ultra wide angle lenses. So this is the Sigma 10-20, which is designed for APS-C lenses, but if you're looking for a mirrorless, you're probably looking at a 12 or 14mm, but a nice 3.5 f rating on that, and it's a cracking little lens and really good for landscapes, architecture, and really good for astrophotography as well. I've had a few people who've gone up to see the Northern Lights and had one of those, so do check that out. If you want more power in your lens, a teleconverter like this one from Kenko, Tele Plus, they can really help extend your focal range without increasing the size too much, but also they're very good value compared to maybe purchasing a big old lens. And then it's just about how you handle your equipment. So a good tripod is always a great way to start balancing your equipment so you don't get the shake, but also everyone is always asking for smaller and lighter but stronger. So these travel scope tripods like this one from Three Legged Thing are great for carrying around with you. They come with a case as well, but they still have the extension on the legs, so you can still get it up to a good height while carrying around less weight and size around with you. So, and while we're talking about carrying equipment around, do always make sure you've got a good bag to go with you. We've got the Temba here, DNA 8, and the Billiam Hadley 1. Both fantastic bags, but do come in and try out bags, because you never know what your equipment is like and how it will fit into them. So we're more than happy to let you into the shop and try out the equipment. So do so if you can pop in and see us. While we're talking about protection, with the English weather, you never know what might happen out there. So do always have a cover to protect your equipment. And when you get home, maybe just give your camera equipment a quick clean, so it doesn't have to come and see me for servicing less frequently. Other ways of carrying your equipment, I do love the Peak Design range of straps and offerings. So this is the slide strap, which will come across your body and give you a much better handling of your equipment. It somehow makes it feel not as draining around the neck, and sits on your hip. So it makes the camera equipment really a lot more comfortable. If you're looking for something smaller and lightweight, you've got products like the cuff, so your camera equipment doesn't fall out of your hands, like I almost demonstrated with the Panasonic earlier, and the clutch, which will give you a little bit more control while handling your SLR. And I really like the camera clip from Peak Design, which will fit onto your rucksack straps and quick release off them and ready to take your picture. Finally, if you're out and about and, well, not out and about, but you still want to see what's going on, camera traps like these, this one from Door, are great little products to just stick on a tree or a post somewhere, and you can see what's going on while you're sleeping, or maybe not sleeping, but obviously they're great little products to handle pictures while you're maybe not able to be around, so, and seeing what's going on. So that's taking pictures. Obviously we still want to look at what's going on out there, so binoculars are also fantastic. The Opticron range provide a great range of binoculars and monoculars as well. So I particularly like, in the small size, the Opticron Tegas here, which are very comfortable in the hands as well. And then you've got the Opticron Explorers here in a slightly bigger size. Like with a lens, the larger the diameter here, the more light to come in, and then to make your image even clearer. Binoculars are great for people that might not have two eyes that work so well together or at different levels, and also being a one piece of equipment, they might be smaller and lighter to carry around. That one there is the Oregon binocular. Going up the scale, you've got the Zeiss Terra range. That's a little 10 by 25. We really like that in the grey finish, but it does come in black and green as well. But the main green binocular range that we know of is the Swarovski. These are the beautiful pure 8 by 25s, which are the top of the top binoculars. But of course, they do ranges all the way down to their little pockets. Finally, if you've got time to set up, looking for nature, particularly in bird hides and things like that, or looking out to sea, a spotting scope like this one from Opticron can be great little products with more zoom but giving you the quality. You will need your tripod that I showed you earlier, but this one is for land use. But if you get one of the bigger boys that are designed for astro, again, astrophotography can be a great getting out there to have a look at the stars and the telescopes, and you can even add your camera to that and get some pictures of the stars as well. So check out our welcome back offers that we have on at the moment. We're delighted to be reopening and looking forward to seeing you soon, and but at the same time, keep safe and well. Thank you very much now. Goodbye.